This video is an update to what is happening what was happening for the last 6 months, half a year. Because if you follow me closely, you can see that I was posting roughly one video per 1 month, 2 months, which is pathetic. Pathetic, especially compared to what was happening last year. Last year I was able to push an average of one video per week, and I believe there was more energy to them. Those videos are longer, like I will admit they are like almost 20 minutes long, the ones that I'm making now. However, that is not an excuse. Increasing the length of the video by 25%, but increasing the frequency by how much percent? 400%, 500%. That is a very bad ROI, as you will, return on investment. And I was contemplating a lot because I didn't understand why I don't have that push to make those videos. It was very hypocritical of me as well, because I made videos about procrastination and stuff like that, and this was happening to me. But it was less procrastination. It was not about me not feeling it. It was me just didn't want to. Like, I felt like it's a chore and not something I want to do, which was not a thing 1 year ago. And I was contemplating for a very long time what happened. And I will not go through everything that happened, because those are very private things, but especially that they touch upon subjects that are completely out of the scope of my channel, even though I told you that this channel will be about anything. In 2022, where the pandemic basically stopped, I was in a very bad shape. Not only physically bad shape, I was very fat. I was miserable. I will not go into the details, but there was like one self-improvement channel that I found which, well, saved my life. Like, this channel saved my life. Like, I'm not exaggerating. I started to feel this fire inside me. This like I wanted to live again. Like, this was this strange feeling that I never had before in my life in 2022, when I discovered that channel, this self-improvement channel. And I felt like I think I should have felt like when I was 18. That's how I was supposed to feel when I'm young, but that's not how I felt ever in my life. I felt so energetic, so passionate about life. Like, I was suddenly so hopeful towards the future. And that's kind of and there was a lot of things going on well in my life as well. Like, it's very strange, because if you are not religious, you might think this is just a coincidence, but whenever you feel positive and you think about your life in a very positive light, good things will just randomly happen. And when you feel bad, and when you feel that your life is going in a very bad direction, bad things will start to be like they will happen, and good things will not be happening. And you may think that, oh no, it's just that your perception. It's not my perception. Like, I can clearly see that when my life started to go well, there was suddenly a lot of opportunities that never ever appeared in my life. And vice versa, whenever I started to feel very bad, negative things started to happen to me, even in a daily basis. Like, I would go to the grocery store and everyone would be rude towards me. I would feel like shit. I would be angry at people, like, passively, and other people would be angry at me passively, and there would be like problems for no reason at all. And the other day, when I would feel good, it would be the other way around. Like, people would smile towards me and be very kind, and suddenly those problems that I saw before just were not there. And I'm talking about this like you may think that I'm going out of topic. I'm not going out of topic. It's actually relevant. The reason why I'm telling you this is because it is the exact same thing that happened to me in 2024. Like I had a very rough. Do I want to talk about it? Okay, fuck it. Let's go. For those who were on my Discord server at that time, you may know that I lost a very close friend of mine, a friend that I knew from 7 years. Like when I was 6 or 7 years old, I met him for the first time, and you know, like recently we were not really that close recently because he had his own stuff going on, and you know, it was not perfect, but still we understood each other in such a way that nobody else in my life could. Like I could talk with him in a way that, imagine having a friend that understands you in a frequency that no one else ever could. And then he killed himself, which like it was a very heavy blow. Like, I always believe that I'm very resistant to death and to tragedy like that, because it's not the first time that I lose someone close. Like I lost some family members and one uncle that was also very close to me, and I'm a history buff. I also look at documentary movies where there's a lot of very horrible things going on in those movies, and they're not moving me that much. I try to detach myself from that, but this thing hit me like a truck. And the worst thing about it is that it was not the only bad thing that happened at that time. Like there was basically an avalanche of bad things in a span of a couple of months. It was this: I lost my job, I was forced to move to my parents, and I have very bad relation with my parents. So it was a very toxic environment. It was a very toxic environment. I lost a very close friend of mine. I lost my job. I didn't have any money. And my ambition towards my YouTube channel, you may imagine, dropped significantly because of that. Like, there was even more things going on, but I will, this video will be like half an hour if I would need to list everything. I was in a very bad situation, both financially, psychologically. My environment was extremely toxic because I have parents. I don't want to go too deep into it, but I have a very bad relation with my parents. They like to use every opportunity to. No, I will not go into it. Like I don't want to think about it. And finally, around September, I managed to find a new job and move somewhere else. So I'm now living alone, not with my parents. And I thought, I was sure that if that happened, suddenly I would be able to, my passion towards my YouTube channel would rekindle, and I would be able to, I would rekindle the flame. That's a Dark Souls reference. But that didn't happen. I didn't understand why. It didn't happen. And it was very boggling. Like I was unable to understand why. Like everything went back to normal. Like even better, because when I was doing those videos that you saw in 1 year ago, 2020, in the autumn of 2023, I was making them in a extremely small apartment. This apartment was like 14 meters square. it was extremely fucking small. Right now, I'm in a place where the room that I'm living, the room that I'm in, is basically 14 meters square, just the room, not counting everything else in my flat. So the flat is much bigger. It's way more comfortable, even though I'm living near a airport and there are constantly fucking planes flying around, and which makes recording videos very frustrating because I would need to stop mid-sentence, and then wait for the fucking plane to go through, and then continue on. So I need to edit and cut more than normally I would. Back to the topic. So I finally discovered what was going on. I lost all of that because I lost hope. The thing that pushed me so much was, first of all, hope and a very clear drive towards a goal. Because, I didn't create this channel to have fun. Like, I'm talking about my main channel, of course. This channel is for fun. Like, I don't really care how much subscribers I have here, and if this video will have 2 views or 200, I really do not give a fuck. I'm just here to vent, okay? What happened was that I lost a lot of my drive because I lost my vision. I created my main channel, the Lord T channel, because I have a dream with it. I have an ambition, a dream. I don't want it to be a fun channel where I talk about storytelling and writing. I want to create a business out of my passion. I love stories. I love storytelling and writing. And my dream is to create an educational platform where I'll be able to host my courses that are extremely specific, where I would have lessons, like there will be, there will be times where you can. There is a platform called Skool, skool.com, and that's a platform where I want to create my community at some point, a educational community about storytelling and writing. And I want to talk about it and teach people more about it. And you may think, yeah, but you didn't publish anything. I created a lot of stories, but I never published any of them because I thought that they were shit. But then I go to YouTube and I look up all the YouTube channels that talk about those topics, and the advice that they give is so fucking shit. It's such a generic garbage. I would look at videos that have millions of views, literally millions of views, about world building and storytelling. And the entire video is 2 points that I could make in like half a minute because they are so generic. And, that does frustration was one of the reasons why the idea for this channel came to my mind. I was so frustrated with the shitty level of content, of the quality. That's why I put so much effort into my videos. And what I am really happy to read always is the comments saying that I'm very what I'm saying is very fresh, that no one else talks about. Yes, because I don't watch other YouTube channels that talk about it. I don't read about storytelling and writing. The way I discovered, I am really out of topic. I might go back in a moment. Fuck me. The way I learn about writing and storytelling is imagine fictional stories, but they are real. Like, don't think about fictional stories. Try to think right now about a real story that actually happened in our world, like in your own life. What makes that story good? Is the characters or the writing? There's no writing, there's no characters, quote unquote, like fictional characters in your story, in your personal story. There are people who have ambitions, who have thoughts, who have personalities, who have flaws, a lot of flaws. And there are situations and imagine that, but in fiction. Like, I know I'm extremely simplifying that because there is so much more that's going on into it, and I'm not. There is no script. I'm just improvising, and English is my second language, so it's not very easy to translate what I'm trying to say. The point is, there is so much potential, and there is so many stories that you can tell. I have my own world, my own universe that I created some time ago. Everything is in my shelves. Like, most of it is like, it is digital. I made it on my Google disk. It's all in my Google disk, but it is also in paper in my on my shelves, so that God forbid something bad happens, I have a backup. Of course, publishing is very expensive. I would need a lot of money, or Kickstarter, and Kickstarter with 2.4 thousand subscribers, no, I won't be able to publish anything. Maybe if I will have like 50k subscribers, I will publish my Kickstarter campaign, or if I earn a lot of money through that educational platform that I plan to do, then I will publish my stuff, because it is expensive. It's not cheap to publish stuff. You need to put a lot of work, and you need to know that there is a lot of. I'm going so much out. I was about to say out of script. There is no script. Let me think for a moment. I want to publish my stuff, but my ultimate goal with the channel is to create an educational platform on Skool.com, where I will teach people, and not teach in a way that I'm teaching on my YouTube channel. Like, my YouTube channel is completely free. I will never create a Patreon. Like, I don't want any Patreon or anything like this. I'll create an educational platform where you can go. There will be courses there, but that will not be all, because I will be there hosting lessons, hosting Q&As. I will actually take people's work, like, individually. We will have call-ins where I would just take your story, your world, and we will discuss what's the problem, what we can improve, what we can add to it. And I want that platform to grow, and I want to hire new people who have different experiences, because I have a big ego, but I'm not God, okay? I don't know everything about any aspect of writing. There are parts of writing that I am not that amazing, and there are some. And I also want to touch upon subjects like publishing, like logistics, because nobody talks about it. Nobody talks about, when you have publishing, nobody talks about how to actually publish. Like, what do you do? Like, do you just go to the publisher and publish? Maybe you should do this. Maybe, what if you want to publish not a book, but you want to publish a board game that is, story-driven board game, because that's how you want to showcase your world building or storytelling. Because I don't want to talk only about making books, because you have a lot of mediums of storytelling. You have books, movies, TV shows, video games. Of course, movies and TV shows are very expensive, so most of us will never actually do that. But video games are much cheaper. Books, making your own book is much cheaper. Making your own board games is much cheaper. And I want to start hiring people when of course, if that platform will start to rise, if I will start making a lot of money from that platform, I want to hire new people who will have different perspectives, who will make their own courses about their own specialization. I will try to hire people who work in the industry, like they actually publish those things and they know the ins and outs, because they work with writers, and you will have Q&A sessions with those. I will host them. And the ultimate goal that I want to make is, of course, I want to publish my own world, of course, but I also want other worlds to exist. Like, I'm one of those people who I don't close myself just to my own universe that I create. I have plenty of universes that I love, like Warhammer 40k, although recently what they done with that is that's a different story. And my ultimate goal, if that platform would be hopefully very successful, I would create I think it's a trust or a fund that you would put, I would gather money. I would put a lot of my own money. I would gather a lot of money, and what I would do with that fund is I would find personally people who have such an amazing world building and story that they want to publish, but they are too broke. They come from a low income family, or they come from a country that you don't earn much money, but they are amazing writers, and I would promote them. I would take their story. I would basically a fund where you search for people, very talented writers and storytellers who have amazing projects, and put money into that and promote them. Like, that's my ultimate goal. My ultimate career, quote unquote career goal, is being an entrepreneur who have a educational platform where I help people create their own amazing stories and try to help them sell those stories. Because, ultimately, as much as you may love art, if you want to live your passion, you need to earn money from it, right? People are afraid to talk about money, the money aspect, for some reason. Like, this is some kind of strange thing that is happening. If you want to live out of your art, you need to earn money from that art. Like, sorry, but marketing is important in that niche as well. Unless you want to be the quote-unquote broke artist, the artist who barely have enough money to eat food, but you want to create your stuff and no one will ever see that. If that is your goal, then be my guest. But that's not my goal, and I want to promote people who actually want to live that, who want to live with writing and storytelling. I really went with a passionate rant now, and I finally managed to spark my ambition again, because of course I have my personal goals, right? Because helping other people is fine. I also want to have something from it. My entire life I was fucking broke. Like, I live in an Eastern European country. Like, of course Poland is much better than most other Eastern European countries, but I always struggled with money, and it really hurts me when I see constantly people flying around, to different countries and all of that, and I'm too fucking broke to do that. And I'm 30 years old, and I don't even have a car, and that's what I will not sugarcoat it. Like, money, of course, is a big part of it. But if I would want just money, I wouldn't do storytelling and writing. There are other niches that I could more easily monetize. So I decided, if I want to earn money from something, I want to earn money from something that I love. And I did what I haven't done for a very long time. I created a vision. Like, I had that vision before, but what I mean is, I have a folder on my desktop called, in Polish of course, called The Perfect Life, where I put all of my dreams. It's a folder with documents, so basically document folder when I write about my own goal, but also screenshots of places I want to live, of the success I want to make. I make screenshots of other people's successes to motivate me more, to show that it is possible. Like, there are people who publish themselves something completely new and manage to get a lot of traction and be very successful. Like, for example, I have screenshot, like right now I'm looking at the screenshots of Eric July. I don't know if you know that. It's also a YouTuber. Eric July's comic book. He's a YouTuber who made a Kickstarter campaign that was extremely successful. And he published his comic book. He created his own comic book universe, superhero universe, called the Rippaverse, I believe it's called. And I have screenshots of his success, because I didn't have enough money to help him with that, but I was watching it very closely and I was doing screenshots, and I have them in my folder to show me that it is possible. It is possible to publish your own world and your own universe and be very successful with it and help other people with it. So that is my goal. And there are also a lot of, that folder have also a lot of personal stuff, because this Perfect Life folder is not only about career, it's also about my private life. So there are a lot of personal stuff, like, having a loving family and all of that, but I will not talk about it because it's a very, very personal thing. And yeah, suddenly I feel this fucking fire again. I managed to find this self-improvement channel again, and he started to post in a different channel. Like, he created another channel, and he posts about being successful on YouTube. And there's another channel that I found that always talk about YouTube and improving your videos in a very exciting way. And there is a thing that if you watch someone being excited about something, you kind of it's like a virus. You suddenly, you really want to do that too. Like, you are excited as well to do that. Having a very positive, passionate thing around you, passionate people and passionate content, will reflect on your own pursuit of goals. So yeah, I just wanted to say that there will be a new video this week. I will actually start posting once every week, ideally. There might be weeks that I won't be able to because my current job is I'm pretty busy in my current job, but I will post this week. It will be Friday or Saturday, and this video will be a bit different, still within the scope of storytelling and writing. And you will see some changes on the channel, on the main channel. I will change my photo, and the feel of the channel will be a bit different. However, of course, don't worry. It will still be about word building, storytelling, and writing, and helping people with their own stories. So yeah, that's all for now. That was supposed to be 8 minutes. I see now it's 26. Fuck me. Okay, see you Friday or Saturday. Bye.